So Ark just announced that they're going to be removing speed leveling in the next installment of Ark Ascended. Now, me personally, I was really excited for this change. There's a lot of good that can come from it. But looking at comments on TikTok and other feeds about what people's opinions are on this has really got me a little annoyed that people don't realize how good of a change this is going to be for the overall game. So I'm here today to explain why no movement leveling is actually a really good change in Ark Survival Evolved. Have you ever been having a fight in Ark and randomly you feel like you hit somebody but you didn't get a hit marker back? This is usually a result of ping. Now I'm going to make a short little diagram to roughly explain how ping works. So for player 1 here, player 1 has a total of 60 ping. That's 30 milliseconds to the server and that's 30 milliseconds back, which results in a total of 60 ping. So player 1 is moving left to right here as shown in the example. Now between that time in 30 milliseconds, a little bit can change. Now 30 milliseconds is actually kind of small. I should probably increase it. But just for this example, let's go with 30 milliseconds. So what the player sees on their side, aka client side, is different from what the server sees. The server is going to read that a little bit later than what the player is. So while in this example the player might be all the way on the left here, in the server example, they're a little bit more towards the middle. And the server controls absolutely everything. The server determines all the calculations, everything that's final. So you might be asking, White Wookie, why the fuck does this matter? And I'll tell you why. This is an example of what this looks like when the movement speed on a player is increased to 200%. As you can see, look at the difference in the gap between where the player is in player 1 client side compared to where the server determines where it is. As you can see, the gap is a lot bigger. This is how you get these things called no regs, otherwise known as no registration. So here's an example where Timmy is chasing Bob with the spear. So I actually changed the spear to a bow and arrow just for a better example. So Timmy plans on shooting Bob with an arrow. Now Bob is running from right to left and Timmy is running straight, and right in front of him he's about to shoot his bow. Now Timmy shoots his arrow at Bobby. Here we have the client POV, aka Timmy, and on Timmy's screen the arrow hit Bobby. But for some reason the arrow didn't register because he didn't get a hit marker back. Now in actuality Bob is all the way over here, and this is because of the high movement speed. So at 200 movement speed, in reality the server believes that Bobby is all the way over here, when in the client side for Timmy he believes that he's over here. So with the movement speed being less at 100%, there's a lot less of a gap, and assuming that the ping is the same, there's a good chance you're going to hit your target. And also, this issue isn't just present in Ark Survival. This has also been an issue in the past in Call of Duty, Sea of Thieves, and Apex Legends that I know of. And realistically, it can be an issue for any game with ping and high movement, and in any game that involves a lot of movement. And I know a lot of people are going to hate me for having this opinion, and I don't think many people are going to agree with me that this is a good change. But from a game development perspective, this is beautiful, and hopefully Ark Survival Ascended turns out to be a really good game. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.